Some blouses are doing absolutely nothing for you. In fact, they might be aging you, hiding your natural beauty, or throwing off your proportions completely, and you may not even realize it. If you're over 60 and still reaching for these outdated, unflattering styles, it might be time for a gentle but fabulous wardrobe intervention. Because elegance doesn't come from wearing more, it comes from wearing better. Welcome back, beautiful souls, to Age with Style, your cozy corner of confidence, class, and everything effortlessly chic for women 60 and beyond. If you're returning, you already know we're all about dressing smart, feeling fabulous, and aging like fine wine. And if you're new here, darling, welcome. You're going to love it here. If timeless style, grace, and a little fashion wisdom light up your world, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It lets us know you're loving the content and helps more elegant women find us. Now grab a cup of something cozy, and let's clear out the blouse mistakes that are quietly holding you back, because your wardrobe deserves a glow-up just as much as you do. Blouse 1. The boxy, shapeless blouse. It might seem like the easy choice, those oversized, wide-cut blouses that promise comfort and coverage. And yes, they are comfortable. But at what cost? Boxy blouses, especially those without any shaping or soft structure, tend to hang from the shoulders straight down. No waist definition, no soft drape, just fabric everywhere. And for women over 60, especially those with a fuller midsection or shorter torso, these cuts can actually do more harm than good. They blur the silhouette, making you appear wider and shorter than you are. Even worse, they hide your beautiful shape entirely. But elegance doesn't mean sacrificing comfort. Instead of the boxy cut, reach for blouses with subtle tailoring, princess seams, darting at the bust, or even a gentle curve at the hem. Soft fabrics like viscose, silky cotton, or rayon blends will still give you the freedom to move, but they'll glide with the body instead of standing stiffly away from it. You don't need tight, you just need thoughtful design. Because when your clothes reflect the grace and strength you already carry, that's when true style begins to shine. Blouse too loud, overly busy prints. A splash of color is lovely. A bit of print, even better. But when a blouse is covered in loud, chaotic patterns, especially ones with high contrast, oversized motifs, or neon tones, it can easily overpower your features and blur your elegance. For women over 60, especially those with delicate facial features or soft coloring, these kinds of prints can feel like they're wearing you, not the other way around. They draw the eye everywhere at once, making it hard to focus on your face, your shape, your presence. And for apple-shaped or petite frames, busy patterns can exaggerate the midsection and make the torso feel visually cluttered. But here's the trick. You don't need to give up prints entirely. In fact, subtle prints can bring warmth, personality, and softness to your look. Opt for smaller scale patterns, tone-on-tone florals, or gentle watercolor designs. These still add interest, but they do it without stealing the spotlight. Think of it this way, your blouse should whisper, not shout. It should draw the eye up, highlight your face, and support the story you're telling, not distract from it. Because elegance isn't loud, it's intentional. Blouse 3. Boxy shapeless tops. The boxy blouse. It's often chosen in the name of comfort, but too often it does the opposite of what we really want it to do. These stiff, straight-cut tops may hide the body, but they also hide your elegance. At 60 plus, you deserve clothes that move with you, not ones that sit like a tent. Boxy blouses tend to fall straight from the shoulders, offering no waist definition and no flow. And for women with a fuller middle, short torso, or softer curves, they can make the entire upper body look heavier and less refined. But here's the truth. You can absolutely have comfort and shape. Instead of rigid cuts, look for blouses with soft tailoring, gathered waists, subtle shaping, or slight tapering near the hem. A blouse that gently follows the body's natural lines, without clinging, will always look more youthful and intentional. Even a simple tuck, half tuck, or French tuck can make all the difference. adding just enough structure without sacrificing ease. Because style isn't about hiding your body, it's about honoring it beautifully. Blouse 4. Heavy, overly embellished tops. Now let's talk about those blouses that try just a little too hard. The ones with chunky beading, loud appliques, shiny rhinestones, or layers of lace and trim. While these may seem festive or dressy, they often end up doing the opposite of what we want. They add bulk, draw attention to areas we'd rather not highlight, and date our look instantly. At 60 plus, elegance comes from refinement, not flash. Heavy embellishments can weigh down your silhouette, especially around the bust or midsection. They disrupt the clean lines that flatter a mature figure and can feel costume-like rather than chic. The result? A look that's less sophisticated and more stuck in the past. The modern alternative: opt for texture over clutter. Think of soft pleats, delicate pine tucks, a single ruffle, or an interesting neckline. Let the fabric speak with movement and grace, like a satin drape or a whisper-light chiffon overlay. And if you love sparkle, choose one refined element, like a pair of statement earrings or a delicate metallic thread in the fabric. Keep it intentional, not overwhelming. Because confidence doesn't need decoration. It needs clarity. Blouse 5. Thick, boxy button-ups. Now there's nothing wrong with a good button-up shirt, if it fits well and flows with your frame. But the mistake many women over 60 make is reaching for those stiff, boxy versions that sit like cardboard on the body. You know the kind: thick cotton, no shape, pulls at the bust, and adds bulk at the waist. These blouses don't flatter. They fight you. They shorten the neck, widen the torso, and erase the natural elegance of your shape. And worse, they often give off a dated, overly practical vibe that lacks the softness and ease we want at this stage of life. Instead, look for button-ups with fluidity. Those made of soft, breathable fabrics like tencel, rayon, or a fine cotton blend with a bit of stretch. Go for a gentle drape, a slightly curved hem, and darts or seams that shape the waist just enough without clinging. A relaxed collar, open neckline, or even a hidden placket can elevate the entire look with quiet polish. Pair it with tailored trousers, wide-leg pants, or a skirt that balances the silhouette. Roll the sleeves, pop the collar, make it yours. Because elegance after 60 isn't about dressing like everyone else. It's about choosing what brings out your light. Blouse 6. Busy, overly loud prints. Let's talk prints. A well-chosen pattern can absolutely lift your outfit and your mood. But when the print is too busy, too loud, or feels like it's shouting from across the room, it can overwhelm your natural beauty rather than highlight it. Many women over 60 fall into this trap without realizing it. They think, I need color. I need something fun. But instead of elegance, what shows up is visual noise, patterns that distract from your face, fight with your features, and often make the body appear wider or unbalanced. What to do instead? Choose prints with intention. Soft florals, watercolor swirls, subtle geometrics, or tonal patterns can all bring charm and sophistication without the chaos. Look for prints that move with the eye, not against it. And always make sure the background color complements your skin tone. It makes all the difference. And don't be afraid to embrace solids with texture, like pleats, ruching, or embroidery that give visual interest without relying on print. Because at this age, your presence speaks louder than any print ever could. Blouse 7. Anything with childish details. Now this one's a little sneaky, because it often comes disguised as fun or playful. Think bows in odd places, cartoonish embroidery, overly puffed sleeves, or cutesy buttons shaped like flowers or hearts. They might seem harmless on the rack, but when you put them on, they can instantly take the sophistication out of your look. The truth is, there's a big difference between youthful and childish. You absolutely can dress in a way that feels fresh, vibrant, and full of personality, without dipping into styles better suited for the junior section. What to wear instead? Seek out refined touches that still feel light-hearted, like a softly ruffled collar, a subtle tie neck, or a delicate lace trim. These add charm and femininity, without tipping into immaturity. At 60 plus, You've earned the kind of elegance that whispers, not shouts. Let your blouse reflect that grace. You're not dressing to chase youth. You're dressing to celebrate the confident woman you've become. Blouse 8. Shiny, cheap fabrics. Let's talk about fabric, because sometimes it speaks louder than the style itself. One of the quickest ways a blouse can look dated, unflattering, or even a bit cheap, is when it's made from overly shiny synthetic material. Think stiff satins, clingy polyesters, or those high sheen blends that catch the light in all the wrong places. These fabrics tend to exaggerate what we don't want highlighted, cling to the midsection, emphasize texture in the skin, and reflect harshly under natural light. And unfortunately, they often look inexpensive, even if they weren't. What works better? Matte finishes or softly textured fabrics. Lightweight cottons, silky modal, gentle crepes, or buttery jerseys. These glide over the body, soften the silhouette, and lend an effortless elegance to your look. They say refined instead of flashy, understated instead of overdone. Because at this stage of life, your glow should come from you, not from a blouse trying too hard to shine. Blouse 9. The oversized, shapeless tunic comfort is queen, but style doesn't have to bow down to it. And this final blouse is one we see all too often, the oversized, shapeless tunic meant to hide and forgive. But in reality, it often does the opposite. These tunics hang like curtains, long, wide, and heavy. They erase your shape, drag your frame downward, and ironically draw even more attention to the areas we're trying to gently skim over, especially the tummy or hips. The truth is, you don't need to disappear under fabric to feel confident. You just need pieces that understand your shape. A better option: tunics with structure and subtle tailoring. Look for side slits to allow movement, seams that follow your natural curves, and lengths that hit just below the hip, not mid-thigh. Pair them with slim pants or a pencil skirt to balance the volume. A soft belt or gentle taper at the waist can work wonders too. Remember, you can feel free, comfortable, and elegant without drowning in fabric. Because style after 60 isn't about hiding, it's about highlighting your grace. And there you have it. 9 blouses that may be quietly working against you, and the simple, beautiful swaps that can lift your whole look. Because turning 60 isn't a limit, it's a liberation. You've earned the right to dress with elegance, with ease, and with a style that celebrates who you are today. So the next time you stand in front of your closet, remember, you're not dressing to impress anyone else. You're dressing to reflect your strength, your beauty, and the quiet power that comes with knowing yourself. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give this video a like. It truly helps the channel grow and reach more fabulous women like you. And subscribe if you haven't already, because we've got so many more tips, tricks, and timeless style ideas coming your way. Until next time, stay graceful, stay confident, and as always, age with style.